And welcome everyone to an all-new comic book cast podcast. We're having a bit of a skeleton crew here today, and that is mainly because everybody got sick around the same time. Armin is sick, Tom is sick. They just got that friggin' McGregor syndrome, I tell ya.
Everyone got sick besides the Canadian and the Mexican.
It's true. And also, Mitch was nice enough to come in and help us out today, so thanks for that, Mitch.
No problem.
For those playing along at home, or for those who are new, and God help you if you're new this many episodes in, I am your host du jour this week, Joel. Joining me is Joe.
What's up?
And Mitch already introduced himself. He jumped the gun, so we already know he's here.
The pencil monkey jumps the gun.
So how's everybody doing this week?
Cold.
I mean, it's raining a lot here or in my city, and it's kind of like nobody knows how to drive in rain. So, I mean, there's people who do, but majority of people are just like, oh, let's do 90 in the rain.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, that's safe.
It's shitty and rainy here too, and that sucked because I really, when we were done here, I wanted to go to the mall and pick up my copy of Fallout 4. In fact, I was planning to play sick from the podcast so I could go and do that, but everyone else was actually sick, which means I couldn't do it.
It's like that meme. I don't know if you saw that meme, Joel, of what was it? John Cena and Brock Lesnar. They go on vacation to play Fallout 4, and then Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, they get hurt, and now they're on vacation. I don't know if you saw it, but it's a pretty funny meme.
Gotta come on back. And not to derail the podcast with wrestling talk, because I know some of our hardcore
Oh no, we
fans...
can always talk wrestling. I don't care what they say.
I don't care what the fans say. It's not like you have a whole channel Scoop Slam devoted just to that.
Hey, I'm channeling my inner Sean here, okay? Because Sean always interrupts with wrestling stuff.
It's true. It's for our fallen homie Sean. We remember him by derailing the comic talk with wrestling. I actually watched Raw when it aired last night, which I never do.
Because Armin was sick too back, like even like later in like evening yesterday. That's why Joel's like, all right, I gotta pick it up. I gotta watch stuff as it airs.
Gotta pick up the slack. Gotta be a good number 2 man is what I gotta be. So yeah, I mean, really outside Fallout and everything else.
There's not much.
I haven't had a heck of a lot going on with my week.
Mitch, you been playing anything? Destiny, or you been?
No, I've actually moved on slightly. I'm on the Halo now.
You moved on from your first love? Oh no, that was your second love.
I say move on. It's more of a small break.
Are you taking a break? How's the relationship going? Is Destiny too abusive to you?
Destiny doesn't know. Don't tell her.
Don't. I need to get my sci-fi first-person shooter love on the side now.
Yep.
Your Halo's your side chick.
Oh, Halo's a side chick.
What a saucy, dirty side chick Halo is.
But I mean, besides, I don't know. There's really been nothing. I wanted to see Spectre, but I didn't get to see it like this past weekend. I more so wanted to see the Peanuts movie than Spectre, actually.
Peanuts is getting surprisingly good reviews. Spectre is getting surprisingly bad reviews.
I mean, people just say Spectre is kind of like a best hits of the Daniel Craig Bond, which his Bond's been alright.
So not very good.
I know there's a lot of people that don't like his Bond. I personally love I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. He's my favorite one. He's the first one. Sean Connery. He's my favorite Bond. But Craig's been alright to me. Like, I don't know. Is Casino Royale the one people hate?
No, it's Quantum of Solace is the one.
Okay, and that's because I was like I remember Casino Royale was like that was pretty alright. But okay, making sure that one of them was because I knew one of them was super bad. I just didn't know which one.
Casino Royale is like, even if you could argue about its validity as a Bond movie, is still just a really good action spy movie on its own. Quantum of Solace genuinely sucks. I hate to say I actually paid to go see that one in theaters. And I'm just like, wow, what a freaking mess this one is. But damn, that car chase at the opening was cool.
I remember high school. We always have every year this like kind of like computer / film class. It was mandatory to take one every year, right? So in my junior year, the teacher asked us, okay, we're gonna watch James Bond, one of the new James Bond movies, to get like into the spy genre because James Bond, of course, is famous. And he asked us which one. We're gonna do Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. And before we could even try to answer which one we wanted, he's like, nope, we're doing Casino Royale because Solace sucks.
It really, really did. Skyfall, you either loved or you hated.
It was
like I enjoyed Skyfall. Even if
Same.
it's true that that finale was basically a spy version of Home Alone.
I
I
mean,
just can't stand Craig.
I mean, Iron Man, Iron Man 3, Tony Stark, that was his like James Bond Home Alone type moment where he went to Home Depot. I thought that was awesome. I wish we'd see more spy movies that did it like that. Like you just randomly go to Home Depot, get everything you need.
Apparently, MacGyver is like the greatest super spy of all time.
He is.
Just building, weapons jerry-rigged out of bullshit.
That's Michael Weston from Burn Notice. He's basically a MacGyver, James Bond. He's like I don't know if y'all seen that show Burn Notice, but it ended and it's super good. I think I said it before, but yeah,
you have.
I love spy stuff when it gets down to it.
It just hit me another franchise where they have a Home Alone style ending. Denzel Washington in The Equalizer.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Where he basically turns the hardware shop at the end of the movie into a freaking Home Alone death trap.
You know what? Though I think I like spy movies or the spy genre more so when it's one guy like the main lead as the spy as opposed to a team of spies.
A whole network,
Yeah, I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That would be the exception, but a lot of times when there is that network, I'm more so like the single. Like I mean, I don't know. Jason Bourne is by himself, but there's like a network of spies too that are trying to take him down. It's a government.
Yeah.
But other than that, like Spectre seems alright, but I really want to see Penis just because it looks awesome. It looks funny. I want to see it. It's so bad.
Plus, I'm just a big Peanuts fan in general.
Same.
I wonder, did they capture the same soul-crushingly sad and dark jazz score that made the special so much?
What I hear though from a guy like that, I think does pretty good reviews. He said that it's basically Peanuts, just the animation looks more modern.
Nice.
It's old Peanuts, and it still gives you that heartfelt tone and everything. Yeah. And I mean,
seriously, let's think of the music in that show.
It's pretty depressing. I mean, when you think about the characters on that show.
Oh, I know, right? It's just like, man, soul-crushing darkness. Time to watch Peanuts and open my wrists.
But, talking about, like, opening your wrists, I heard something that sucks. A movie that sucks so much was Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh, really? I never even heard of that.
It was very small. I saw a trailer for it once by accident. I don't know how. But I think it made like $1 million. And I was like, wow, and it opened like pretty wide, I think. So I heard it sucked too. It was supposed to be like Shaun of the Dead and Zombieland, but it just didn't hit that right time.
Speaking of comedy zombie movies, there's a new one out just recently that I kind of missed, but I passed it. It was Cooties, and the idea of it it's like a zombie movie, but with like little kids. So it's like adults just beating the shit out of small children.
Oh, isn't that the Elijah Wood one?
I think it might be.
So. Yeah.
I want to see that. The trailer didn't really sell me on it because it's not that I hate adults hitting on kids, but it's
you either love that concept or you don't. Admit it.
I think it's the concept that just little kids are the zombies. It's too much like
too jokey.
Too jokey, yeah, it might be that. It's too, I don't want to say gimmick, but it's too gimmicky for me.
Well, I mean, at this point, if you're a zombie movie, you have to have a gimmick. You can't just have a straight-ahead zombie movie anymore. You got to be something. But,
Zombieland was really, its gimmick was that the main guy had rules and everything, but that was kind of it, but it was still really good, and I guess zombies are not dying, even though some people, they're not, even some people are kind of like, I see that people are tired, but zombies are still coming.
I see what you did there, Joe. Zombies aren't dying. No, they're not dying at all.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did that joke.
You can't kill what's already dead.
And I hear there's another zombie franchise going to AMC.
Oh God, really? Which one?
I forget exactly. George Romero.
Oh wow. That seems interesting. You do Walking Dead, then you do George Romero.
Yeah, but they're doing Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, and they're having another. Here, I think it's gonna say right. Oh no, that's not it.
Can we have a new zombie franchise wherein the characters in that universe have seen a zombie movie, so they already freaking know what to do?
That'd be like 5
Where's
episodes.
that from? That's somewhere maybe I'm thinking I was thinking of zombie, but.
Oh, we got a case of Joe Ultron over here. The robot zombies have gotten a hold of Joe.
Joe-tron.
Bart, no, you still sound robot-y. You still sound metallic.
Mitch, say iZombie.
There, now you sound
yeah, that's better.
Yeah, okay. iZombie is something that's like a zombie show, but it has the character even watches zombie movies.
Well, that's good.
iZombie's just so good, though.
It's fun, dude. It's so much. I said it before in the show, but I think Mitch will back me up on it. It's such a good show. It's so much fun, dude. I think last week, the main character was a basketball coach, and if you're a sports fan, you got all the references. I was like, oh, so good. So that's why iZombie show of the week, because we just love iZombie.
Well, speaking of sports, actually, I'm not speaking of sports at all. I'm just trying to segue out of this conversation. We got our first looks this week of Doctor Strange and Baron Mordo for the Doctor Strange movie.
Isn't there another black actor that was cast in that movie Baron Mordo? I forget his name, but there's another black actor that's in the movie, I think.
Oh, really? So you're saying that guy might not be Baron Mordo? He might just
No. I think it might be. I'm just saying that I forget which actor this one is. Is this one Chiwetel Ejiofor or something like that?
Yeah.
Or is it someone else?
He's Baron Mordo.
Right.
Yeah, but I know. I'm just saying, like, okay, that's that guy. Okay, because I'm just trying to wonder what are they going to use?
I haven't heard of another black actor being cast, but
I may be wrong. I may be just trying to push diversity into a movie that already has it. But I mean, they both look great. Cumberbatch, he kills that look.
He's looking pretty hobo fabulous, which I think, that's probably a time in Stephen Strange's life when he was just drifting from town to town with his broken hands, eating beans out of boxcars.
I don't know how many have read the older comics. Oh, that's something hit my ear, but I don't know how many have read.
He looks very
It looks like the animated thing, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I don't know who's read the older ones. I've read some of them, not all of them. But, I mean, there's not a lot to read anyways.
So isn't there, 16?
Something like that.
I read majority of them, the majority of the things. So, but the look really looks like the animated movie. And I really do love that animated movie. I wish he would get more single, series, continuing series.
It's funny, that new Doctor Strange series that I've been reading from Jason Aaron, it's funny, they almost kind of retrofit him into being like a Doctor Who-esque character with a companion and a magical house that's a little bit like the TARDIS.
I mean, if it works, it works. Because Cumberbatch, I don't think he's going to do the Doctor Who feel that you're feeling in the new one, but he's going to have that Doctor Strange that you already kind of know that he commands such a presence, because Cumberbatch has that. I mean, he's that kind of guy. When he talks, you're like, damn, I want to listen to this guy. He sounds like he's been through something. You know what I mean?
I wonder if he's going to do all the crazy over-exclaiming that, Doctor Strange is by the eye of Agamotto, by the flames of Citteran.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
He's that. Pulled that off.
Yeah, Cumberbatch is that guy that you're like, I can see him doing that.
I gotta say, the Venture Brothers has so ruined the character of Doctor Strange for me that every time I try and read him in the comics, I just hear Dr. Orpheus from Venture Brothers. That's all I hear, literally. God, freaking Dr. Orpheus is so cool. Dr. Orpheus might be my favorite Venture Brothers character.
You know what, though? In this movie, because it just reminds me of so much of the animated movie, I hope he has the air sword, just because I love that concept of an air sword. Sword made of air. I was like, what? Whatever. I was like, what? They never did that in Avatar.
No, they didn't. They never did a sword.
They didn't do much in Avatar.
They had a sword made of meteorites, but that's all.
Oh, yeah.
Good old meteorite sword.
It looks so good, though. I'm excited for this movie. This is, I don't know. I think this might edge out more than Civil War. I'm looking forward to Civil War, but has so much potential because of the weird, kind of concept that has behind it, and how the director always said they're going to go super weird on it.
As they really should. I mean, if you go back and read those old Doctor Stranges, they are trippy. They are trippy as all hell. As a matter of fact, the hippies in the 60s, during that whole movement and everything, they would actually sell Doctor Strange comics at head shops, and that was everyone's favorite. Dude, man, we're gonna get blazed and read Doctor Strange, Eye of Agamotto and shit. That Baron Mordo's a total buzzkill, man.
It's a strange one for me, because it's quite up there on my hype list, but at the same time, it's the one I'm most worried for.
Yeah,
because it's such a different. If they take it so far one way, would it click with people?
It's true. Much like Guardians, it's you're opening up a whole new genre for your film franchise, but you got to be worried though, because if you fuck it up, then your whole magic universe is going to take a hit.
And I mean, it's such a great way to bring compare it to Guardians, because like James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, Scott Derrickson hasn't had the best track record, and I think people will be like kind of hesitant about that. But I guess you can always say just look at what James Gunn did under Marvel and what he's able to do. I'm pretty sure Scott Derrickson will be able to reach his full potential there as well. So I'm excited. No matter how kind of okay Sinister was and how not okay Sinister 2 was, it's like I have faith in him and the way Marvel
he'll be able to reach his full potential. He'll be able to reach 100% final form.
Yes. It's over 9,000.
He'll become super god Derrickson and his hair will go blue behind the camera and he'll just direct the shit out of that movie.
And Cumberbatch and everybody's just like looking. I was like, Scott, you all right? Like,
I am fine. I am the light in the darkness.
But I'm excited.
I want to see that movie now.
Just Scott Derrickson, Super Saiyan director.
Heck yeah. Hey, that'll be on the behind the scenes in the Blu-ray.
I hope so. It needs to be.
Oh man, there's your title for the episode right there, Super Saiyan director.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
I'm Ascended Super Saiyan 2 director. I'm SSSJ director or whatever. Friggin' all those different fan-created Super Saiyan designations.
Do you think all the Marvel directors kind of just like be like, finally, Scott, you finally reached Super Saiyan? They're kind of like Goku on Vegeta because Vegeta takes forever to go Super Saiyan.
It's true. They all just sit around together and their hair is blonde and spiky and they talk about movies that they're going to make.
So cool.
I
love this like theory that we're making for the Marvel directors. Hopefully it's true.
It's like, okay, so you want to direct Black Panther, that's fine, but can you go Super Saiyan, though?
Oh, gosh. That's the test. That's when you, like, actors, they go in to test, like, for the read scripts and everything, audition. Directors just see if you can go Super Saiyan.
You're going to have to train at 10,000 times Earth's normal gravity.
Oh, gosh.
To direct Black Panther is what you're going to have to do.
And then everybody that's the actors that are already set to play them in the movie, they're just like, director, you alright? Like, so, Super Saiyan!
Man, I'm glad I don't have to be that guy. I'm glad I just have to act in the movie. I don't have to train under this gravity and do a bunch of running and have my best friend killed in front of me to trigger the change.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember all the different times it happened because, it happened for Goku when Krillin was killed the first time. Then for Vegeta, he just got, like, really pissed and, like, really defeated. Like, I'll never be as good. Then suddenly he was good.
I don't think he ever reached Super Saiyan 3.
No, he did. Yeah.
So, okay. He was whack. That's why. If you like Vegeta...
Because he was short, that's why.
Because he was short?
Yeah.
What's wrong with short people?
Short people syndrome. They're always angry.
It's true. He has a Napoleon complex.
You got some. What's up? You got a problem?
Go Super Saiyan. You got to be pure of heart and angry all the time.
We are pure of heart, short people. We ain't angry. What's up? I ain't getting angry right now.
When Joe has it, it's not called a Napoleon complex. It's called a Joe-polian complex. But dumb tish, everybody. And so I hope you enjoyed this discussion of Super Saiyans. Be sure to tune in next week when we talk about Digimon Evolutions, which was the best one.
Oh, I love Digimon.
Dude, there's a show right there. Got to talk about all the Digivolutions and everything.
Well, there is a new one coming out, so why not?
There is a new one coming out where
it's like a remaster of the old one, right?
Yeah, they're bringing back the old cast.
Oh yeah, it's a continuation. You're right.
Metal War Greymon, man, friggin' Garurumon, or where Garurumon.
I was always that guy that wanted Greymon or like Agumon more than the other one.
Oh, did you know? Well, Agumon was cool because he's basically like having a little dinosaur.
No, not like over Greymon or whatever, but Agumon over. What was the second one? The guy who turned into the wolf.
Raptor-looking thing.
No, the guy who turned into the wolf.
Oh,
him. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember that one.
Yeah, but I always like that. I always like the ties over what's his name? The guy with the green shirt. I forget his name. But yeah, I always liked his over first.
Virgil, that was his name because that's what he was. He was the Virgil of the series.
Yeah.
True.
And he was in a band, man, later on.
Oh yeah.
You know he was getting laid in that band that he had.
I'm telling you, the first series and the second series, those two combined just make like some good television because there's a moment I remember actually went back and watched it a couple years back, and there's a moment where they actually talk strip poker.
That's right, they do. I forgot about that. They
I
did.
was like, what?
Man, talk about friggin', what is it, censors asleep at their desks when that one came across.
It was also really back in the day, too.
Fun fact, you know who actually wrote the majority of the scripts and did a lot of the translation for Digimon? The son of Leonard Nimoy.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's what Leonard Nimoy's son did. Let that blow your mind that the son of Spock brought you the majority of that.
Live long and prosper with Digimon.
He did, and then he was just Vulcan nerve pinching everybody else in the writer's room.
True.
Be like, my dad taught me how to do that. And moving on from our strange anime divergent there, if Armin was listening to this, he'd be like, oh no, they brought anime on my show. Shit.
It was the same thing last week when we were talking about, what was it, friggin' hosts on TV, like talk show hosts.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which again, Armin doesn't really have a leg to stand on this week because he's like, guys, Yokai Watch though, that shit's for real. Dude, how great is the Yokai?
I gotta start watching that just because Mitch told me it's kind of like Pokemon, but it's never gonna reach over Pokemon because Pokemon is got like.
Because it never went away, but yeah, I mean they're heralding Yokai Watch as like the next Pokemon.
I'm gonna watch that. I already gave my soul to Pokemon, so I can't.
You signed it over. Pikachu put a contract in front of you, and you signed it in blood.
Yes, it did. I put my even though I have nothing like personally in Pokemon, like invested in it, or besides my time, I fucking love Pokemon, dude.
Look, just send me all your Tyranitar merchandise is all I'm going to say, Nintendo. Just send me all the Tyranitar stuff. He's the best one because he's basically Godzilla.
I know a lot of people didn't like Pikachu because he was like the main one, but I did. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Forget you. Pikachu is the best.
Remember in the... Raichu. I was going to say, remember in the early days, the rumors when we first saw Meryl, everyone's like, oh, it's Pika-Blue.
Oh, and you could get it in Pokemon Yellow from surfing.
That's right. I remember that.
I think we were trying to segue to another topic.
we were, but no, now we got to stay on this Pokemon hotness.
Okay, look, if we stay on Pokemon, I didn't get to play the new one.
Neither have I.
But I really want to play it though. Just every time.
I don't own a DS. That's why.
Oh, I do. But every time, like, I get the new one right, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend all my time on it. A month in, I forget, and then like 2 months later, I'm like, all right, I gotta finish it. And then another month, I'm like, oh damn, I forgot.
That's the RPG wall. I think we all hit the RPG wall at some point.
Yeah, you just play for a month, and then you end up forgetting for a month, and you're like, damn, I gotta go back.
Shit, I'm only in the third area on Witcher right now, and I'm already going to be getting Fallout 4. So there's 2 massive RPGs, and I haven't even touched Dragon Age Inquisition yet.
I want to play Witcher and Fallout, but it's like, I like money, you know?
And their time commitments, too.
I like time and money.
It's true. Like, I've been working harder probably in the last couple months because I've been getting Cape Joel happening. I've been doing a bunch of side projects and still doing content for Comic Book Cast. So it's just like, I feel like an adult. I don't have time for video games right now.
I wish I didn't have, like, a school at the moment because, like, that would give me more time to play games and other stuff, but... Gotta do school.
Oh, and also, too, you bastards got me into wrestling now, so now I need to make time for Raw every week on top of it to keep up on my stories, on my man-slamming stories.
I gotta watch Supergirl every Monday at the beginning when Raw starts. It's kind of like I can't watch both.
And I still got Gotham up on the TV right now to hate watch when we're done here, because apparently that still does really good on my channel. I swear, there's a group of people who have just stopped watching Gotham, but they're like, ooh, what's Joel got to say this week?
And there's a group of people that are doing the same thing, except, like, since I like Supergirl, they're trying to, like, be like, Joe, just go out of your misery, because I guess they don't like it. But I'm like, but I like it.
I'm having fun, guys.
Yeah. But I'll call BS on stuff that I think is BS. Like,
I had a similar experience because I reviewed Haunted, the Arrow thing, because, hey, Constantine showed up on it, so I wanted to talk about it.
I was supposed to review that, but I don't know, maybe I forgot or something. I had a lot of schoolwork, but I actually liked that episode. I know there's people that thought it was kind of like... I'll agree that it was too safe of an episode. They could have did more like
so.
They could have had Constantine in general, like his on the present time. That episode is kind of the reason why flashbacks kind of died off after season 2.
Yeah. Well, it was hilarious for me coming in because I forced myself to watch like the halfway point of season 1. and then to come back here for season 4 for this episode, like they're still doing flashbacks to the island. He's still on the island.
It will never end.
I think season 1 and 2, I like the flashbacks. I'm liking the flashbacks now because it's more cohesive as opposed to when they were in Japan, which it really wasn't cohesive. It was so annoying, and it didn't match up with what they're doing in present day. Here, it seems like it might match up, but it really doesn't, and it's just kind of getting in the way. I felt like they should have season 1 and 2. Sure, it made sense because you had Deathstroke, and it kind of mirrored what was happening in present day. Season 3 and 4, you should have really cut down because season 4 is present day when Ollie's going for mayor. Then that everybody wants to see that, you know.
Did you guys catch it too, or find it was interesting that, on Constantine's own show, he rarely ever threw a punch or got into a big action fight scene? He's on Arrow for one episode and he's having a big sword fight.
Well, I think that was people were like kind of like I saw that people were like, oh wow, Constantine like fighting. Well, he has fought. It's just that he didn't fight in the show.
He just chooses not to, is the thing.
Yeah. He chooses to use his words a lot of the time, but I guess he could. I guess he couldn't because they're in that dream state, and then Oliver, like, they took forever, like, to try to get Sarah out. I was like, okay, really are they just taking their time now?
I know, right? He's like, quick, take her out. He's like, I'm trying.
I felt more that Stephen Amell was just watching, like, Matt Ryan as Constantine, like, go at work, and then they forgot that he was in the background. He's just watching him.
Man, one thing I will say that I absolutely loved about that episode is not only does Constantine show up, but he shows up with his same theme music from his show.
Oh, yeah. I like that, yeah.
That's cool.
Which is a great touch, because I really didn't want to hear the CW version of his theme for it to be like, oh, we couldn't get the rights, so we had to make him up a new song.
But even then, like, I'm glad, like, if they did that, but even then, I think they would have probably did, like, a rendition of sorts. Like, it would have been similar, but not, like, the exact copy.
A bit of a remix.
Yeah, because I mean, when Barry Allen was on the show, you could tell the differences in their music and the type of characters they were. And here, Constantine, like, nobody knew how to handle his sarcasm. Like, Diggle was all like, where'd you get this guy from? What the? He's just calling us shit and everything. And then he's like, if it doesn't work out, he's like, well, we'll be too dead to care. And I was like, okay. Like, nobody knew how to handle him, which was amazing. And then, I don't know. It's just people. I don't know if that's true about the whole thing about him getting the peacock feather thing to scratch his back because that's NBC's logo.
Oh, I
don't know if that's true. If it is, that's such a mind blown because I didn't see that.
Good. That's pretty. I need a dead peacock feather. That's pretty. Okay, well, if that's intentional, kudos to you, Arrow writers. That's good. Yeah. If that was intentional.
I mean, the ratings weren't that high for the show. It
was like 10% higher or something?
But a significant bump.
Yeah. It was a significant bump, I will say, but it just, I guess it didn't, I think people were expecting to do a Flash Arrow numbers, which I think people like Constantine, but in the grand scope of DC characters, everybody knows Flash more than they do,
It's like people like Constantine, but apparently they don't like him enough to maintain a show.
I think there's not enough people that like it. That was the point, because
there's already the petitions are back up again. So
of course,
there wasn't it. I mean, just because the ratings in general, Constantine, and showing that the bump wasn't that significant. There's people that like it, but there's not enough that people were hoping, kind of like when Flash would come over or something. Because I remember it reached like 3 million on Arrow for season 2 when Barry came on. And that was nobody even knew what was gonna happen after. Barry Allen just appeared.
I will say I had a weird situation where like 4 or 5 people after the show aired or when they saw my video, they're like, "Oh wow, I really like that Constantine guy, Joel. Where can I start reading him? Or should I go back and watch his show?" And I'm just like, "Where were you when the show was airing?"
See, that's NBC's marketing at its best. NBC didn't want to market it at all.
Clearly,
they didn't even make merchandise.
I'm like, where were you people when the show was in danger? It might have made it back then.
I really hope that the CW or like people, they decide to use them on Legend tomorrow.
They'll probably shuffle more to Legends.
It'll be awesome.
I don't see him getting his own show, but I definitely see him being a regular on Legends.
Yeah, it really works out well. And plus, I think the whole thing, even if Justice League Dark, the movie does get made and it's not Matt Ryan as Constantine, I think they'll be okay to accept 2 Constantines because they even said that there will be 2 Flashes. You know, you're gonna have to accept it. I think the show will go on even when the movie's out.
Well, that was an article today. Even the people involved in the Flash movie reiterated, no TV show and movie too different, not going to be
Which
the
I'm
same.
fine with. I'm fine with 2 universes, one on TV, one on movies. I don't want 5 universes on TV.
Can I be fine with it, but also say it's annoying and a missed opportunity?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they ever wanted to, it's DC, and they always do Crisis. If they ever wanted to in 5 to 10 years, they could do that.
Grant Gustin is the only Flash and will only ever be the only Flash.
I'm actually excited for Ezra Miller because I like him as an actor.
I like him too.
I think he's cool, so I'm excited for his take. And he's such a fun guy. Every time he does an interview for The Flash, he's so excited and he's so like hyped up for Grant Gustin. He's like, "Yo, Grant Gustin is awesome as the Flash. I'm the Flash as well. We're both Flashes." And I'm like, "You go, freaking Ezra Miller.
you go, girl. You go, Ezra Miller. You do your thing."
Basically, that's how I approached him. But yeah.
Is it worth it? Let him work it. He throws his thing down, flips it in, reverses it.
Oh God, only Joe. Oh God.
It throws down and reverse flashes it.
Hey.
See, I try. Actually, you know what, Joe? That makes for a perfect segue into our next piece of news there. That is, of course, the CW shows. We heard later this week, don't get, comfortable for them coming to Netflix, because apparently they won't be for many years.
Yeah, Gotham's on there after every season.
Yeah, how disappointing is that? Gotham is there, but friggin' Flash isn't.
Is that the thing? Because didn't Fox, like Netflix, like the weird thing was that Netflix had more faith in Gotham to order it already than
spend
Flash.
A lot of money. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, this is weird. And I get why they don't want to do it, because I have the CW app anyways. I watch shows when I miss them or rewatch them on there, and you can rewatch them like it's free. You can rewatch Flash, Arrow, any CW show. I think they want to hit more on their streaming service.
Of course, that's the way. Yeah. That's how it always breaks down. We have our own streaming services. We don't want to use yours. Although it gets kind of weird though, because it's like other big CW shows like The 100 do very well on Netflix.
Yeah, because it just came on and people don't know about it. I get the Netflix is such a big thing about finding stuff that you never knew happened, and that making new fans like years later, and that could happen for Arrow and Flash. That's a missed opportunity for them because they're not going to have them there on Hulu. Nobody uses Hulu. Hulu sucks. There's ads when you pay for it. That's stupid.
I literally can't use Hulu, and I'm pretty sure Mitch can't use it as well, because apparently we're not good enough. We're dirty foreigners, apparently.
It sucks. It doesn't matter. It's like it's you pay ads even when you watch ads even when you pay for it. Like what?
Actually, here, let me rant about Hulu further, because they were pissing me off earlier this week. There's a Canadian animated show out here from Ninth Story Entertainment. Yes, the people who make what is it, that crappy show with the kid that's a total Dexter ripoff, but the other way around. It doesn't matter. The point is they make a really funny adult comedy show called Forget About It, about a mobster who's forced to move to Regina, Saskatchewan, in Canada. Hilarious show written by Canadians about Canada with a bunch of Canadian talent. Here's the fucked up thing though. If I want to watch the new episode online, because their 3rd season started just recently, the only way I can watch it is on Hulu, because Hulu has exclusive rights to it. That's
kind of
super
stupid for a Canadian show, mostly for Canada, made by Canadians. Oh, let's make it on something not available for Canadians.
Yeah, that is the most just, God, that irks me so bad, because I wanted to talk about the show and review it, because I did before, and which ironically, when I talked about it before, I got a fucking copyright strike from Ninth Story Entertainment, so thank you for me attempting to, get the word out about your show.
Sucks, but yeah, Hulu just, it's so dumb, and then, I don't know, there's no reason for it when a lot of these, shows that you want to watch, you could probably watch them somewhere online. You don't need Hulu, really. You don't need to wait for ads.
In the perfect world, and this is what I truly believe why piracy always ends up beating out these companies, it's because they can never learn to play nice with each other. In a perfect world, we could get all the shows in one streaming service for a reasonable price, all under one roof.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix was the movies, but then nobody really cares about the movies. It's more about the TV shows now.
I have a dream, Joel has a dream, that one day all the shows and all the companies will play together in golden fields. One day.
But it's I mean, going back to the thing, it's kind of like it's okay that it's not on Hulu because Hulu sucks, but I don't know. I'm kind of weird on Netflix because either way, they always put it on Netflix like the day of that it came out, like it premiered the newest season for Flash or any of the DC CW shows. So I mean, if you wanted to watch it like all again, you could always just go on their CW streaming app and it's like free and you watch it all. You know what I mean? It's like.
Can you only do that if you're American, though? Because that's what always comes
I don't know.
I've never tried.
I know CW
Probably.
Seed you couldn't do it because remember, Joe, you couldn't watch Vixen.
Yo, yeah, I couldn't watch Vixen. That was some boo.
Disney XD, freaking CW Seed, all these hating Canadians. SMH, we gotta go up against it because we love our Canadians.
Yeah, thank you, Canadian fans. The comic book has got your back.
But I mean, I want to hear what y'all really like, Mitch. Like, what do you, Joe? Like, do y'all think this is a good idea though? Like, to me,
I just find it strange, but I
Yeah,
can understand why. They've got their own service. Why would you put it on something else? But
yeah,
I mean, you would think ultimately you would want to make sure that the most amount of people would be able to see your product. I mean, if I had, I'd be like, yeah, put it everywhere.
maybe they have their own like AdSense and they're like, we need money.
Yeah,
Like every other YouTuber.
CW, just a bunch of grown-up YouTubers. We need that AdSense. Every little
Pretty
penny
much.
helps.
But it's just like I'm like right now I'm gonna go and watch the 100 on Netflix because I didn't watch all of season 2 and I wanted to watch it on the CW thing, but I was like, it's on Netflix, might as well just watch them all on Netflix. So because I use Netflix as default for anything.
Yeah, I need to start watching the 100 also. Armin's been on me about it forever. You've been on it about it too. Believe it or not, my freaking mom, she got an iPad for a Christmas, and the 100 was one of the first shows she watched, and she was telling me how much I needed to go watch it. So literally everyone in my life is telling me I need to go watch the 100.
Yeah, it's just, but to my thing was like, it's so good to for it to be on Netflix, so you can not only go back and rewatch it and kind of get caught up, but also like there's gonna be your average Joe who's just scrolling Netflix like, oh, what's the 100? I've never heard of this. Let me read it. Oh, sounds interesting. Watch it. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna watch it like when it's live, season 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what happens, and it sucks that it's not on Netflix anymore because it's gonna ruin me trying to rewatch it when the newest season comes out because I rewatch every time a new season comes out for a TV show.
I couldn't do that.
I could. I like majority of them, not all of them. Majority. Like I'll rewatch Arrow. I'll rewatch Flash. 3, maybe not Arrow season 3, but
I'll skip that one.
yeah, that's the only one I'll skip. Even me, someone who likes Arrow, didn't really like that season.
I try and watch the important episodes.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah,
that's our big thing on it.
I think we had a good conversation there about streaming and about how we how we devour content in this modern age.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I mean, I cut the cable cord like half a year ago now, and I have not looked back, honestly.
I can't. I have to watch my sports.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I've got into wrestling, but again, with all the different streaming options you have now for that, even in this case, I'm like, no, I don't really miss it.
I don't think. I mean, there's for like NBA example, there's NBA League Pass, but that's like $100 or something a season or something like that. And I'm like, rather pay for cable. Plus, I'm not the only one who watches TV in my house, so it's like it makes sense.
That helps too, And
also, just like if I could just get the sports channel, I'm okay. I don't really.
The only time I think I would ever really feel the sting from that is when it comes Game of Thrones time again, because I know if I don't watch it when it airs, motherfuckers, mainly Matt, are going to be spoiling it for me.
But you could just get HBO Go. That's the streaming service that you can watch
And HBO Go is the most expensive of all of the streaming packages.
It's $10, isn't it?
Yeah, because they know they got you over a barrel, and they're like, oh, you want to watch Oz? You want to watch The Wire? You want to watch Game of Thrones?
That's why Game of Thrones is the most pirated show, isn't it? So.
It is, actually. It is.
But that's why, like, isn't the whole thing with HBO Go is, like, you can either buy HBO, watch it on cable, or you can buy HBO Go. They both cost $10.
Still, it's just like, if I'm getting that and also want to keep my Netflix and everything else.
True. I guess so.
And by Netflix, I of course mean leeching off someone else's Netflix.
Thank you, Chad.
Admit it, we all do it.
I don't. I'm the guy that people leech off.
There you go. Exactly. You either do it or you're the guy people leech off for your Netflix.
I'm Chad.
Freaking everything has Netflix in it nowadays. I helped my uncle set up his smart TV. He had gotten like one of those Roku boxes, and I'm like, okay, well, here's your USB things, here's your Netflix, here's Sky Sports, here's all your different stuff you got going on here, and then here's your smart TV that also has Sky Sports, Netflix, and everything else. Damn it, everything has the same things now.
Well, like
you can
get
buy a console.
The Amazon dongle thing, the Amazon Fire. I don't know if you have that over there. But you plug it into your TV and it's got Netflix on it, but it's an Amazon product. It's just like. So I'm getting 2 for the price of 1. What's going on?
How the hell did that work out? I'd love to be in the meeting room when they hash that deal out.
Oh, that's another thing. Amazon Prime, like their Amazon Video, they have a lot of good stuff actually, like TV shows that are not on Netflix.
That was
especially Entourage, a lot of HBO shows. Or what are you gonna say, Mitch?
So that's the only way we could watch Constantine over here was Amazon Prime.
Well, now you're gonna be able to watch it via El Rey Network because they're showing it. They bought the streaming rights to it, I think.
Hey,
they also have the new Top Gear as well.
Oh,
so.
nice. Hey, I got these new pair of light-up shoes, these brand new Nikes, and apparently they have Netflix built into them. I can just watch them on the sole of my foot as I walk. I can just watch my Netflix.
Guys,
they're on the sole. How do you watch it when you walk?
Can catch up on friggin' Mike Tyson mysteries.
But it's more of an audio thing when you're walking. It's kind of like, when you're listening to music, except you're listening to your TV shows.
You want to talk about a good exclusive Netflix show, Mike Tyson Mysteries. That's a funny show. They're shorts. They're only like about 11 minutes. Mike Tyson does his own voice. It's the best animated comedy series throwback to 80s celebrity cartoons you will ever see, starring a convicted rapist and former heavyweight champion.
I don't think we have that on UK Netflix.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of an animated show that I watch currently, besides Rebels, of course.
Dude, Rebels is killer.
Hell yeah, but it's kind of like, besides Avatar, like Korra and all of them.
Which is done now.
I never really saw anything besides Korra, Rebels. It's like
Rick and Morty, Steven Universe, that's what I'm into.
I wish I could, I'm gonna check out if I can buy I wish Mucha Lucha would come on Netflix, because I was watching like some of the stuff on YouTube, like clips and stuff like that. I was like, oh, my childhood.
Mucha Lucha, it's a way of life.
Heck yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I like that Los Lobos was in an episode of Mucha Lucha, and I'm like, no friggin' way.
Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, I watch my animes. That's like a cartoon, I guess, but it's animation.
Your Japanese animes.
Netflix have got an original one out now called
I saw
The 7 Deadly Sins. It's actually really good.
Is
but
it?
It's kind of like, it's only sub, right? There's no dub.
No, it's dubbed.
Okay, because I like both, but a lot of times I'll watch sub if there's no other way. Like Naruto, for example,
So
I watch sub because I want to get ahead.
A lot of the anime on Netflix is sub.
I'm such a lackluster, or I'm such a friggin' lapse anime fan. Like, used to be, I would watch a new series every year, but I haven't in the last little bit. I'm really excited. Like, I really like that show Gangster, because it's like, dude, it's an anime about crime and the mafia and everything. This is totally my thing. But of course, it's not in dub yet, to where I'm like, one day.
Actually, dub is good for me though, because I just like to leave it off in the background sometimes.
Actually, that show is pretty interesting too, because that show has like a deaf character in it who like signs and everything. So like they're doing subtitles on his signing even.
Ooh.
To where I'm like, dude, that'd be crazy if they ever end up dubbing that.
I also think like what was it? I don't know. I don't really watch like so much anime. The anime I watch is just basically stuff I used to, like, I'm trying to finish, like Naruto. It's finishing.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it's finished now.
I'm sad because I've been with this since I was like 11 or 12. It's my show. I don't care how many people be like, oh, it's so mainstream. I'm like, forget you, son.
Naruto, you're either a lifer or you're not.
I'm ride or die with Naruto.
We ride or die with these ninjas, son. Friggin'
all day, every day. And Digimon. I kind of want to catch up on the new Digimon shows.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that there's new ones. What was the last Digimon I watched? What was the one where it was almost Sentai, where instead of having Digimon, they like turned into Digimon?
Oh, I remember that one. I like that one.
Was that
I forget
Frontier? I think that might have been Frontier.
I think it might be Frontier, but I like that one. The one where they transform to like warriors.
That was cool. I like that one.
That
one had a cool theme song. It's all for a world, there's a world for us all.
I can never get into Bleach though.
I used to love Bleach. I was always Bleach over Naruto.
Johnny Young Bosch, man. Nope. That was like I think you guys might be a little younger than me because I know that was the time that I was just getting out of anime, where I'm like, okay, time to move on to comic books.
I couldn't watch Bleach and Inuyasha. They just seemed too. I mean, if there's a word for it, too anime.
too anime. The hair was too big and the swords were too big.
And the guys were too much kissing. I was like, nope.
Joe, a perfect quote for him, and the guys were too kissing. Joe of the Comic Book Cast says, "You can put that on the back of the box." There's a quote that'll be on your tombstone like 30 years from now, Joe. And the guys were too kissing. Believe it or not, we actually have more news now that I'm sure Armin is really pulling his hair. I was like, oh, they're talking about more anime.
We're trying to BS all the way because we don't have a lot of news. That's why.
We don't, but this is perfect. You see, this is what happens when you get the three of us together. This is what happens when you get the skeleton crew together. Anime talk starts popping off.
When it's you, me, Mitch, anime. When it's you, me, Armin, wrestling.
Yep.
When it's you, me, Matt, we're dead.
It's true. It's true. Just shit happens. It's the way it goes. And we do have another piece of comic book news here, and that is apparently Toby Kebbell. I was going to call him Tony Kebbell. Yo, Tony Kebbell. Yo, Tony Kebbell from the Bronx says. No, Toby Kebbell spoke. He more or less dropped a pipe bomb. He had a shoot promo on the Fantastic Four movie's failure, and he basically came out and said, yeah, fans weren't wrong to hate it.
Did anybody see the video? Yeah. Like his actual interview?
I did not see the video. How was that?
He's so what's the word for it? Like he's so he knows what he did wrong. He knows what the movie did wrong.
He's apologetic,
but he accepted and he's very earnest about it. Like he's like, like he's not like mad that he did it. He's like, I learned my lesson. You know what I mean?
And you can really only be that at this point. I think he's honestly taking the high ground and trying to salvage some respectability. Where he's like, "Yeah, I hated that movie too. You're right, guys."
But he's so intelligent about it too. Just the way he says it and everything. And like him, Michael B. Jordan, they both have stated that because of that movie, which they don't even reference, they don't even say Fantastic Four. They just say a movie.
That movie.
They learn to be more coherent in the filmmaking process, looking at the dailies and stuff like that. He even says it in the interview. Toby Kebbell is like, because of that, I am more coherent and like I'm able to, put not only be there for acting, but be there for every aspect of the filmmaking. Try to push it.
As you should, because you never know when you might end up being in a steaming pile of turds.
Yeah, the way he says it is like, yo, the fans know what they want. That movie wasn't what they wanted. They voiced it. They're not wrong. True.
Maybe it wasn't what anyone wanted.
It wasn't anybody except for what the people holding on to the rights wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Could have been so good, but no.
Could have been. Should have been. Would have been.
But even then, like it's not his fault. Like he was probably the best part of that movie in my opinion, because even though that wasn't Doom, he did the best of what he could do, and I liked the way he did his character, but even then, that's not enough to like fill a whole movie. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And it's like it's not even his fault. Like he's gonna be in Warcraft next. Things are looking up for him. Michael B. Jordan's Creed. Things are looking up for both of them. Miles Teller is somewhere down the street.
Yeah, really. Somewhere. I think he was the guy who pumped my gas this morning.
And Port K. Mara is now the assistant to her sister Rooney Mara.
Is that the thing? Was that if their movie failed, she had to become her servant for a month?
Yeah. And what's his name? Jamie Bell. Nobody heard of him again.
Oh, poor Jamie Bell.
Oh, Jamie Bell. He was only in Jumper. That's all I know him from.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, let's talk about it because like he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he's not going to deal with Fox anymore.
No, I imagine that would sour it.
Yeah, and he's just like. It's like that's all you can say. Is like, yo, he's the first one to come out, like besides Michael B. Jordan, to kind of like actually acknowledge the Fantastic Four, though.
Well, Kate Mara can't say anything because she never saw it. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Most of them they were solid, to be honest. Which they did more than we did because we actually saw it.
Wow. When we can say we have something over Hollywood actors, where it's like we at least saw the movie.
I'm not blaming them because I wouldn't want to see that either if I was in it.
Just be like, no, it's coming right at me.
I think they went to the premiere red carpet and then they snuck out before they actually sat down. And then they were like, "Where's Michael B. Jordan? It's Kmart and all of them. They're in the restroom. It's fine. They'll come back soon." And then they never came back.
It's like that bit from The Simpsons where they're just like, "I need to get something from my car. I also need to get something from her car." And
Pretty much.
Then you just hear engines revving up in the background. It's like, they're coming back, right? They're coming back for the rest of the premiere, right?
Pretty much that's how I imagine it happened. I wish somebody would make like a comic strip of that.
Hey, MD Kex, if you're out there listening, you do really good with comic strips. Joe just gave you a mission.
Oh, is that guy that's been doing the Bloodstock Comics one?
Yes, that's the guy.
Yeah. He did one for I remember when I was saying that I'll give anything to see a Blue Beetle and Booster Gold movie. Too. I was like, what? Oh, that's so cool. He's cool.
He does good work. MD Kex is one of our boys.
Shout out to that fool.
Which I can say because our original art boy, Mitch, is actually on the show now.
Yeah, he's chilling now. He's all like, these guys are cool, but I'm the OG.
Yeah, you got elevated from art boy to actual show boy is what happened.
Moving on.
Now go get my coffee.
But it's cold.
It's like, I'll get you your coffee, but it'll be cold as piss by the time I get it.
So I'm telling you, one of these days, if I've ever have.
Oh, did we lose Joe?
I don't know. It all went quiet for me just then.
Barton, yeah, okay, so wow, big, friggin' drop in the show, everybody. I'm not even gonna edit this shit out. I'm just gonna keep this in. So we were waiting.
Cliffhanger.
We were all being really patient, waiting for Joe to finish his joke, and then just nothing.
That's how I'm just gonna end everything cliffhanger. I forgot what I even ended on because it doesn't even tell you when you leave.
Yeah, just Joe just dropped out, and Mitch and I being super polite, waiting for him to finish, and then just nope, not happening.
What did I say before I left off?
You're on something about coffee.
Oh, then I was if I'm ever have a job and I have an assistant in like a big like in a company, I'm gonna make my assistant go to the other side of town for coffee. When he brings it back, tell him I don't even like coffee.
be like, I wanted tea, you son of a bitch.
Hell yeah, tea over coffee any day. And also it'll be like, it was a test. I'm here to test you if you're a ride or die for me. Now now I'm gonna have you clean up this murder. I'm gonna have you do all this stuff.
It's the only way I can really trust you as my assistant, as my page.
Oh yeah, and then we're gonna gossip about everybody in the work in the office.
In the office. Oh god, to have an intern, all the messed up shit you could get them to do. Hey, I mean, can we have interns next year? Can we get some interns up in here? Just one nice unpaid intern who I can get to edit my shit for me. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Get someone to edit my shit for me.
I'm trying to think of who'd be the good intern.
Yeah, you just know I put this out now, and now everyone in the comment section goes, no, I'll be your intern for real. I'm joking, guys. I don't really want an intern. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know. Get back to me.
Joel Senpai.
Yeah, will Joel Senpai notice me today?
I'm so over my internet.
Yeah, I know, right? Your internet's been a real dick piston the last little bit.
Even though I've never had so many problems with Time Warner. Time Warner, come on. You never really failed me before.
Your internet being a real shit piston over there.
Yeah, but I don't know what else we're talking about. I don't know what else we have.
I was working on that late last night. I'm like, I need some new funny catchphrases for the show. Shitmeister, dick piston. What are some other good ones? Just take words and put them together with other words. It's the Stifler method, is what it is. For
wank pheasant.
Ah, good old.
Oh yeah. Don't hide where you got that from, Mitch.
I know exactly where it came from, but
don't tell anybody though. Don't tell anybody where it came from. It came from your mind.
Roman Reigns is a wank pheasant. That's a good one. You just put words together like cock and lunch. Now it becomes cock lunch.
What about let me see. Trying to think of something with Buster. What about Cut Buster?
Nut Buster.
There you go. Or tit buster. There you go. You just put that one in. Because that could be for anyone, like, a tit buster. Like, oh, man, I went down to the Bowery last night. Got a tit buster when I was coming out of the bar. It was terrible.
What was that thing people used to do? Nipple twists or something?
I don't think people used to do them. I think people still do them.
Oh, they still? What?
Well, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, true. They probably still. Maybe I haven't had that around in my circle in a while.
Yeah, I haven't had a purple nurple done to me in a long time. I think if someone gave me a purple nurple tomorrow, I would have to fight that fool. It would have to be pistols at dawn.
You have to fight him, and then the whole fight is just like you trying to pinch your hands like crabs and trying to pinch each other.
You have insulted my honor, sir. We must pistols at dawn now.
Pistols at dawn.
It's the only way. It's the only way to settle this. Man, it's like that thing where they talk about slapping and everything, where it's like you never slap another human being. Even when slapping was fashionable back in like the 1800s, it would lead to a gunfight. They would have a gunfight the next morning.
Yeah, if you get slapped, that's an embarrassment, dude. That's embarrassing.
It's all about playing slapsies.
Slapsies.
Yeah, you just slap each other and then you move out of the way, and if you miss.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where you put your two palms out and then someone puts your two palms up.
That's slapsies, yeah.
I thought, but okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay. For a second, I almost thought you were also talking about like just slapping each other.
What did the five fingers say to the face?
There is a thing. What was it? It was like hardcore rock paper scissors. Like you get a rock, you punch them on the shoulders. You get scissors. I think you slap them. You get a paper. It was paper. You slap them. Scissors, you kick them. That's what it was. That didn't last long. We all got hurt.
Man, that shit is hardcore.
Yeah, that didn't last long. We just got hurt.
I'm sure you guys in the high school parking lot played shot for shot.
Oh no, it was middle school.
Which for those of you who aren't sure, shot for shot is literally I punch you in the arm as hard as I can, you punch me as hard in the arm as you can, and then first one to tap out loses.
Oh, that was another thing, bloody knuckles.
Bloody knuckles.
School. In elementary, actually, we played that.
There was another one, yeah.
Bloody Knuckles, that was really good. Oh, dude, I swear. I was like, I hated my friend Alan. This dude had like bones. I was like, oh, everybody hated playing him because he was hitting you with bones. Like, oh.
There's a good one for the comment section. That's your homework, everyone, this week. What stupid childhood middle school games did you play?
Oh, what about quarters? The one where you put your knuckles on the table and then you like get a quarter and just like try to slide it as hard as you can to the other person.
We did that, and our because we got like 50p coins.
Ooh, those are rough.
They're all got I think it's like 10 different edges. So if you got
they're way heavier than American coins.
Yeah.
That's some shit. I'm trying to think, what were some other games? Like, you do the bit with the pencil where you put the pencil between your fingers and everything there, because that really hurts when you hold it down. And be like, who can do that for longer? Whoever does
whole
that
thing
one.
Of like, have you got cancer with putting your hand on your face?
Oh god, that's a classic. I hate to say I got hit with that one time. Where it's like, if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer. Then you put your hand on your face and your buddy friggin' whacks your hand into your face. friggin' bullshit, but friggin' also kind of funny. Or the Pen 1-5 Club. I don't think anyone was stupid enough to fall for the Pen 1-5 Club thing.
Not sure what that is.
You have to write. It's like, to be in the Pen 1-5 Club, you just have to write that on your arm. But of course, if you write Pen 1-5 out, it says penis. Is if you write it out like that, it says penis. So it's just a long-winded way to get your friend to write penis on his arm. I think I knew anyone who was dumb enough to fall for that one. Maybe it's good.
Oh, what else did we have?
You still there, Joe, or did you drop out again? I think Joe dropped out again.
Yeah.
He's off doing all this shit. He's off to join the Pen 1-5 Club right now.
Nostalgia.
I think he came back for. Is the ghost of Joe here?
Yeah. Oh, that was in the freaking my internet cutting out. I just left real quick. My bad.
Well, that's okay. We're winding down the show, okay. So it's fine. It's fine.
Right, so are they going to tell us? You already told them, right? Everybody in the comments to tell us your favorite.
Yeah. Tell us your favorite, childhood games from school. The ones that seem really stupid now in retrospect. Cool. And I guess for people wondering where's the next 15 questions. Armin's not here this week. Armin still is on the board with that. He's still holding the crown or the scepter, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, for the 15 questions. So he's got more time to think about it. We will definitely come back and do that next week. I guess I can bring down the show for this week. Thank you, Mitch, for joining us. It's always great to have you. Thank you for being our third man on this.
You're welcome.
In this triple threat.
Ooh.
In this triple threat show that we have there. Any parting words from you, Joe?
I like Supergirl.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good parting word. As always, I'm here to remind you to like, subscribe, favorite, do all that other social media jazz. Check us out on the Facebook page. Check out our TeePublic store. You want to help us out down the line? Check out the Patreon page and everything. Go if you're interested in all that Arrow Constantine talk. You can check out my review over on Cape Jewel if you want to see that. I worked hard on that one, so go look at that one.
And I am off to join the Justice League, so let me go get my leather, and I'll be on the CW.
Sounds good. Let's all get our leather and make our own Justice League.
Heck yeah.
That sounds like fun. I just have a pair of leather pants just sticking around for, if the apocalypse should start, I'm just going to throw those on, and then I'll be good to go.
Just let's not get anybody with a foot face.
What is the point of the apocalypse if I can't wear leather pants, is what I'm asking you.
Ain't that the truth?
And on that, in the sand.
And on that note, everyone, that will end the show for this week. Thanks.